Life is great and fun, alone or with your dog. And then we die. Which kind of sucks.
At BioFixation, we utilize cutting-edge neurotechnology to achieve long-term brain preservation, with the goal of placing our minds in a state of biostasis for an unlimited period. Then, in the distant future, it will be possible to retrieve pertinent information from the preserved brains, fix any disease and even augment cognitive abilities, and reconstruct the self, allowing us to extend our lifespan. And not to live like old zombies, but as quite fit individuals. And this is based on science. Everything you are, your self or mind, is due to the electrical chitty-chatty of billions of neurons in your brain, bathing in a jelly soup of chemicals. To capture and preserve our minds, then we need to store the information about how cells function and influence each other. But here's the catch. Cells are complex, with crazy shapes, channels, receptors and gazillion other details, so what should we store? To be safe, how about storing everything down to the protein level? For the geeks, proteins are the stuff that make up channels, receptors, pumps, and all the tiny things in the cell. That is, the resolution at which structure meets function in a cell. Storing this stuff across the whole brain sounds totally
bonkers.
But, good news, scientists can use a cocktail of chemicals to stop proteins and other stuff from crumbling down. And then make the whole thing rock solid using a resin. It's hard to do this in big brains like ours. Hence at BioFixation we'll do significant R&D to make the preservation perfect. You might not want to do this procedure when having a picnic with your friends. You actually need to be declared dead for this procedure to happen. We will not use any freezing method, but we will use the knowledge gained from our cryonics friends to ensure the preservation is absolutely flawless. After fixation, the brain will be stored in a cocoon, keeping your mind and self in biostasis, possibly for planetary timescales. Brains should be stored away from the hustle and bustle of our insane societies. This is because taking you out of biostasis ain't easy peasy, and it will take super long to get the necessary science and technology. Once information is extracted, it needs to be understood, and then utilized to fix any pre-existing disease, improve cognition, and then reconstitute the self in your cloned body, or a neuromorphic cyborg, or whatever kinky thing you fancy. In the meantime, our insane societies might keep on bombing each other, or risking extinction by fracking up the environment. Therefore, brains should be stored safely away from humans, for example in an oceanic trench, or even in a lunar lava tube. The road will be quite bumpy, but we think humanity will eventually transition from its current infancy to a sustainable maturity. Brain preservation, information retrieval and eventually reconstitution of the self will happen, so you will be able to live long and prosper, going where no man has gone before. Is what we are proposing a false hope and pseudoscience? The answer is a resounding no. It is about taking neuroscience very seriously. All things are trivial in the face of death. BioFixation.org offers a slim, but uniquely feasible option to get into biostasis, now. All you listening, and especially you, billionaires, men, women and gender neutral, visit our website and start funding us. Time is not really in our favor.